Judy, there's a great selection of fresh fruit out here at Smith Berry Barn.
William, don't forget the figs.
Oh, we'll figure it all out for you next, right here on Garden Time.
Welcome to Garden Time. We're at Smith Berry Barn, and while William is enjoying his fig, just want to let you know that later in the show we'll be showing you how to prepare this fig on your grill.
Also coming up on the show today, we are going to be taking you to a town where blooms are the boss.
But coming up first, some art in the garden.
So I'm out at the Oregon Garden. I'm here with Allie. And Allie, we're going to be talking about an event that has happened for several years, and it is the Art in the Garden, which is really a great thing that goes on. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, the Art in the Garden, it's been around for a while, and we have art installations here from local artists. So, I mean, this is actually one of the pieces here. This was made with a chainsaw.
Wow.
And so people do big art installations and small ones, and they're for sale, but people can come. They came on July 27th for our opening reception. People walked around, met with the artists. And they're kind of able to see, what people can do.
Right. Well, and I have to say that I've been here during these times several times, and we filmed at it a lot, and I have great memories of things, and it's not just traditional like oil painting, stuff like that. This is really constructive art and made out of some of glass, and I've seen statues made. It really is intriguing. So what things are coming this year that are new and different?
Right, so we have some like metal work, some metal bird work that she's doing. We have a lot of glass pieces, like you said, people like the glass flowers, the glass butterflies. And then we have some big pieces that they really haven't told us what those are yet, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
And then, some of the art will actually end up staying here. If it doesn't get sold, some of the artists donate it to the garden, and then it just becomes a permanent installation here.
And then you also, though, have a wonderful event happening in the same time frame of movies, right?
Right. So Movies in the Garden is super family friendly. We're actually kind of like right in the middle of it. So we have 4 more movies. We have Pitch Perfect and E.T.
Nice.
And then we end it with Ice Age, which is great too. But that's down in the Garden Green, and people can come. They can lay their blankets out, their short chairs. It's every Thursday in the evening, and then it starts when it gets dark.
So tell me again about the dates of the Art in the Garden, because it goes on for a long time. It's not just a week or two.
Right. So the Art in the Garden's here all the time, and it goes through September 30th. So you can come see the art installations anytime.
And then the movies, there are 2 more
Every
weeks
Thursday,
of those, right?
right?
Every Thursday. So for more information on these great events, come on out and spend some time here. It's a lot of fun to visit. You can watch a movie now, or you can see some beautiful art, maybe pick up some for yourself. Just go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website. Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Allie.
I think everyone loves fuchsias, and I'm with Sue from the Oregon Fuchsia Society. And so, Sue, it's the heat of the summer, and some of us are struggling with our fuchsias. Give us some tips.
Tips mainly have to do with watering. When it's this hot, the fuchsia is going to exhibit a wilted appearance. The last thing you want to do is hit it with a lot of water. Lift the pot. Is it heavy? Then it's got enough water. Mist the top. Mist them. If you can get them close to the ground and water the ground, that's going to give you more cooling and keep them in the shade.
Oh, take them off the porch hanger maybe for those really hot days, and you can really kind of save them from being so stressed.
Right, and if you don't want to ruin the blooms that are hanging down, you tip a bucket upside down and set it on the bucket. Be sure and water that surface on the ground, because that's going to add additional evaporation and cooling.
Ah, that is good. And then I know that everybody loves them in the ground and in baskets, and really can do both. They love both areas.
They do. And the ones in the basket are just as hardy as the ones in the ground, except you probably don't want to crawl around and look at them on your hands and knees. So if you want to put one of those hangers in the ground, find a shelf or something for it to grow over that you can see.
That's a great idea, great idea. And I know that you have a very active group, and you're going to be having an event here at the Stark Street Portland Nursery. So tell us about that happening next weekend.
Well, we're going to have a judged fuchsia show on the 10th, that's Friday. So basically we're off limits for visitors until after noon. And when the judging's finished, then we'll be open for visitors and questions. and for people to see everything, and then our plants will go on sale then too.
And I think you have a special event too on Saturday. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm giving this presentation to answer people's questions and concerns about fuchsias at 11 o'clock.
And I think that's great because I think we all can use some more tips, talk to the experts about that, and also about membership. Tell us a little bit about that, joining the club.
Well, if you join the club during our show, you get a free plant, plus the newsletter and all of the goodies that go along with about a year and a half's worth of membership.
Wow, that's really very, very extravagant of you. So if you have any questions about this event coming up, it's going to be beautiful. There's going to be hummingbirds everywhere and lots of people. So go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the Portland Nursery website or to the Oregon Fuchsia Society and come out and get some fuchsias, get all of your questions answered. Thanks so much. Have a great event.
Thank you.
Welcome to Blooming Junction, where it's easy to connect with nature. At Blooming Junction, you'll find beautiful, healthy plants, good, fresh food, and a place to regain peace and calm in your life. We have an unsurpassed collection of unique and distinctive plants and the expertise to help any gardener be successful. And we feature Blooming Advantage plants. Come check out Blooming Junction for an inspiring experience in the garden or in the kitchen. Blooming Junction, offering quality plants for beautiful gardens.
I can build.
I can build.
I can build, and you can too.
Building a career in the construction industry can kick off a lifetime of security, and the Northwest College of Construction can help you start that career. Apprentices get paid to learn on the job and receive a full scholarship at NWCOC. Northwest College of Construction will teach you how to build.
We can build.
And you can too.
Apply online at nwcoc.com.
I am in Castle Rock, Washington, and it's part of the America in Bloom program. It's beautiful landscape, there's flowers everywhere, and there's a lot of new businesses coming into this city the last few years. And one of them is Jason with the Pollen Floral Works. This is just a gorgeous space. It is just so creative.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit how you ended up here, because you were born here, raised here, left, and back again. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool to be back. The community and the city has really bloomed and came together.
So as a resident coming back, a little bit different than when you were a teenager, eh?
It's a lot different. The city has really come together and made something incredibly beautiful.
I bet you're getting so many tourists too, because when we came in by the visitor center, that was a happening place. It's a gorgeous place to kind of get your bearings about what's going on here. So really, as a resident, that's cool. But as a business owner, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of tourists this time of year coming from the mountain. Definitely a destination. So we get a lot of people from around the world coming through here in the summertime.
Wow, because they're going to Mount St. Helens too, so you're
Absolutely.
a gateway to that.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Sure.
And then to have a florist, I mean, that is, I remember having a florist in my neighborhood. I would go there all the time, get flowers, but you have gifts, you really have classes. It's really an incredible business.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. We do a lot of workshops. We do the succulent wreath workshop, and we did kokodamas. We're getting some floral arranging. So yeah, it's really fun to bring the community together.
And then when do you have time to volunteer? Because I know you're part of the Bloom team.
I make time to volunteer. It's not as much as I would like, but yeah, we fit it into the schedule.
Well, I'm going to go talk to the ringleader for all this. It's Nancy Chenault, and she is the person that started all this and got people like this into the city. Well, I'm with Nancy, who is the spearhead, chairman, all-around lady, volunteer, coordinator, extraordinaire, and we're right in downtown Castle Rock in front of City Hall. That's just beautiful, and congratulations, this is just a lovely town.
Thank you. I'm glad you've had a chance to see the whole town.
It's amazing. And so tell us a little bit about American in Bloom. It's a nationwide program, and you were a part of it, and you even won for your population in 2016 and 2017.
Yes, we did, for 2 years in a row. There's a lot of different criteria that you're judged on. Our judges are coming into town for 2018, actually tomorrow afternoon. So we're pretty excited about that. It's a great evaluation opportunity. They help us get better by doing their judging and evaluation of us. And it's nice to be part of the competition because then you can win some awards, which we've had a chance to do.
That is
too.
nice bragging right bragging rights, excuse me.
Yes.
But it's so wonderful that you've gotten this whole community together. And so at any one time, there could be 40 people around town working.
Well, we have part of our Bloom team roster, if you will, that I send out an email blast when we have big projects. There's about 40 people on that list. But cleanup day happens every year in April, and this last year we had 327 volunteers on one Saturday in April. So the whole town has been known for their volunteer spirit and has always been a great community for coming together for different projects, and it's just kind of escalated.
And really, for a business person, that is something so wonderful that everybody works together. City workers,
Yes.
all those departments, and residents and businesses.
Yeah, and it wouldn't work if it didn't.
So Nancy, what does it mean for a city of this size for all this to be going on?
Well, when we have so much activity and so much improvement, it just adds a certain vitality and energy to a city that people pick up on from, business owners that have been here for a long time. But it has also attracted a lot of new businesses to town, young people who want to bring their families.
Yeah, like Jason.
Like Jason, they want to come into town and be a part of it. And we've seen a lowering of vacancy rates for available storefronts. And we've also have no places, houses sell quickly, apartments rent quickly. So for a town that's looking for economic revitalization, beautification and improving quality of place probably does it more than anything. And I think that's what we've been able to do.
Ah, that is wonderful. And then you got another kind of kudos award from Proven Winners organization.
We did. We use a lot of Proven Winner plant material, and Proven Winners has had a signature garden program. And in talking with them about a signature garden possibility for Castle Rock, they said, "Oh my goodness, you're a signature city. We don't have those, so you're going to be the first one."
Oh, congratulations. That is so wonderful.
That was kind of fun to find out just today, actually, that we have a press release that tells us we are a Proven Winner signature city.
That is wonderful. Well, you have to come here because you can get some ideas for your own garden, but just to see it, to see what happens in a community when people just come together to make it beautiful, to make it just a wonderful place to raise their family and have wonderful memories for their own family. So if you have any other questions about American Bloom or about Castle Rock, please go to Garden Time and we'll click you over to the websites or even the Castle Rock Facebook page. Nancy, thanks so much, and you're just wonderful.
Thanks, Judy. It was fun. It was great to see you again, too.
Nice to see you, too.
Do you want to be green? Do the easy stuff first. Hi, I'm Sarah from Portland Nursery. The U.S. House Energy and Commerce Committee says for every $1 spent on a shade tree, you can save $5 on cooling, blocking the penetrating heat in the summer and allowing the warm rays through in the winter. Dollar for dollar, there's no better energy and money saver than a good, deciduous shade tree. Portland Nursery's professionals can help you make the perfect selection. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
Standard TV and Appliance asks, what do you want in new appliances?
Do you want GE's gas, electric, convection, induction, stainless steel, slate, French door, Energy Star, top load, front load, high efficiency, or huge capacity?
I want it all. Yeah, I want everything.
Refresh and save with GE Cafe. Upgrade your kitchen and save up to $1,500 when you buy 4 GE Cafe appliances. Standard TV and Appliance.
On every episode, we encourage you to go to gardentime.tv to get more information.
But we don't think everyone understands the large amount of information that you can find there, so we're going to walk you through it.
So let's start at the front page with Mortimer, who's our mascot. On the petals of Mortimer, you will find 6 of the links, which are the top links to our website. Some of the links we would like to point out is the Plant Pick of the Week, our sponsors, and Archive. Now Archive, if you click on that, all you have to do is go up to this little tab right here and click in what you're looking for. Let's say you wanted to find stories on daffodils. You write that in, enter it, and it will bring up over 10 years of our archives, all dealing with daffodils.
Another link is to our how-to section. Just click on it and you'll find articles about food canning and preservation, garden activities like building a raised bed, animals in the garden and how to deal with them, and even about lawn care. And the most important link on this page is the This Week link. This link will take you to all the stories on the current week's show. You'll find a description on each story and then a link to see that video so you could watch it again.
And if you want to watch the entire episode again, just click on the link above the stories.
The beauty of the This Week page is that there are links back to the businesses that are featured.
Back on the main page, you will see the Garden Time Subaru with the Find the Subaru link. When you click on that, you will find the Garden Time Subaru, which is in a different location every month. So make your guess, and if you're correct, you have a chance of winning a $25 gift card.
At the bottom of the page, you'll notice a toolbar with more links. You'll also find a link to Garden Palooza, our once-a-year garden event. On the bottom right of the home page, you'll find a link to our Garden Time magazine, which comes free in your email every month.
On the front page, you will also see a link to the Garden Time store. When you click on this link, it gives you the ability to buy t-shirts, hats, even Garden Time plants.
One of the biggest questions that we get is, when can I see Garden Time? And we have a link to that too. This link takes you to a page that details all the stations, days, and times that Garden Time airs.
Next to the stations link is the events calendar link. When you click on this link, it takes you to one of the most complete gardening events calendars in the state.
One last link that we want to draw your attention to is the Garden Time Tours link. We have seen some of the greatest gardens in the world. Click on this link to see where we're going to next and how you can join us.
And finally, our little mailbox. So if you have questions or comments or just need to contact us, you can always click on that link.
We hope that this little tour of the website has helped you to learn more about what you can find there.
So as we say every week, for more information, go to gardentime.tv.
Garden Time's Incredible Edibles.
So we have got a real treat for you. I am out here at Smithberry Barn and I'm with Joelle and Rich, and we are going to be grilling figs. Now before we jump into this recipe, Joelle, I noticed that you have a couple different platters of figs here and they're different colors. Tell me why that is.
Exactly. So they're actually at different stages of ripeness.
Okay.
These are a little bit underripe, which are still perfectly fine to pick, and they would taste very good. But we actually love them when they're in this kind of ugly stage, which they're at their sweetest. They're a little bit mushy and look a little less than perfect.
So then could I jump to this idea that if you pick them this way, that's even better for the grilling part as well?
Exactly.
Okay.
They'll hold up a little bit better on the grill.
Nice.
They won't completely fall apart. So yes, we're going to be using them today more in this state.
And what is this recipe? Because it looks pretty simplistic.
It's very easy. We're doing a feta cheese with a little bit of rosemary on top,
Nice.
and we're going to grill them and then drizzle with a little bit of honey.
So what is the first step in preparing this?
The first step is cutting them in half. And so we are simply slicing
They're beautiful.
in half. We need to put a little bit of olive oil on the outside skin so that they don't get stuck to the grill.
Okay.
So we'll do that.
And while you finish that up, I'm going to ask you, what is the temperature set on in the grill?
So we're
hot are you
doing
making it?
medium high. We don't want it too high because they'll sear, and then I've already seasoned it with the olive oil so they don't stick as well. And I do it actually on a grilling pan, like a vegetable tray, as opposed to straight on the barbecue grill.
So that really holds them better so they don't fall
and it's
through.
smaller pore space so it doesn't fall through
Wonderful.
to the coals.
Now, it looks like you're adding what kind of cheese?
So we're doing a little bit of crumbled feta.
Nice. And you're really not cramming it in there, you're just gently laying it on the
Just laying
fig.
it on top, hoping that it stays. When we transfer to the grill and then transfer it again off, we might lose a little bit, but
But that's okay.
that is okay. And then the other thing that we're going to be doing before we grill is we'll be putting the rosemary on. So I have some fresh rosemary.
And I know you're going to chop this on, but tell me about those scissors. Those are so cool.
So these are some herb scissors, and basically they're multi-sheared bladed scissors, and they make it very handy for just doing quick little...
Wow. I mean, if you do a lot of grilling with fresh herbs, you've got to have a pair of those.
I love these. I use them all the time. They're great for basil. You can make your chiffonade with them.
Very clever. Now, once that has been put on, what's left before the grill then?
So we're going to go for it. This
Okay.
is ready for grilling. So I'm going to pass them over.
I'm going to get out of your way.
And actually, you don't even need the
Yeah, Brian,
tongs for that. You can stick them right on there.
And then, how long are we going to leave these on?
These are going to go like 5 to 7 minutes. Since they're a little firmer, they might take up to 7, but we'll kind of gauge them as we go.
Good. All right, well,
we just don't want to sear them black.
We'll take a little break here and wait for those to cook. Well, I have to say those look absolutely delicious. Now, Rich, how long were these in?
Between 7 and 8 minutes.
Okay, and what is the finishing up now?
So
Joelle?
the finishing is going to be a honey drizzle.
And that's just honey, nothing's been done
This
to it,
is
right?
just plain farm
Oh,
raw
that looks
honey.
absolutely delicious.
The figs are really sweet themselves. They really don't need the honey, but we love to add it. It's
And of course.
so tasty.
And what kind of salt? Is that what
So
that is?
This is salt. This is a Himalayan pink sea salt, just enough to give it a little bit of, the zesty and the sweet
Yeah.
together.
And then that's really it, isn't it?
This is it. You need
Wait.
to let it cool just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. So you know what I love is that almost everything at this table can be purchased right out here at Smithberry Barn, so I adore that fact. And you can also just go to gardentime.tv. We click you over to their website, and you can find this very simple recipe to wow all of your family and friends this summer on the barbecue grill. Thank you so much, Joelle. Thank you, Rich. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
They had to take the car, they had to get it open with the jaws of life, take me out on a backboard, took me to a Trauma One center. I absolutely feel like the Subaru saved my life.
Well, we trust Capital. We trust our salesperson here, Jackie.
Jackie's great. I believe that she really cares about us.
She teaches me about the Subaru.
Our way on the Parkway.
Nothing is more inviting than a garden full of clematis, except, of course, clematis with partners. Learn more about great combos at this upcoming class.
Come learn about perfect companions with clematis. Combining clematis with roses, trees, or shrubs extends your bloom time and adds more color to your garden. Come gain inspiration for your own garden, large or small.
To register or find out more on this class and other events, go to rogersonclematiscollection.org. Little Baja is your source for a whole lot of terracotta and concrete too. From bird baths and benches to Buddhas, bears, and fountains, plus the exclusive Baja chimney, we have an amazing variety of the finest in terracotta and concrete containers. Come check out our selection of statuary for any garden theme or setting. So for something for the garden, deck, or patio, come see us at Little Baja on East Burnside in Portland. Find us on Facebook too.
Well, it is a great honor for me to be sitting here with Hoichi Kurisu, and you are really a designer of gardens, aren't you? That is what you do for a living.
I think so.
And we've been to a couple of yours, one in Boulder and at the hospital in Lebanon. We've been and seen those, but you are starting a whole new concept here. So tell me what we are talking about. Where is this garden and what's it going to be?
This garden is in the Salem and the maximum security prison.
Wow.
I have heard over 2,000 inmates in there.
And this is really a new thing for you because there's a lot of restrictions you have to go through to even begin the process of starting this design in this state penitentiary.
Yes, first of all, I've never been in a jail or a prison, so it's what I expected. I never knew, but there is very, very strict restriction.
Right.
I understand too, but it's with that restriction to make a Japanese garden.
And this is, from chatting with you, you've really taken an idea because there was nothing really, it was just flat land, right? Which is kind of contrary to beautiful Japanese gardens. They have height and waterfalls and all that. But there was also another memorial that was already there, and that's what really was kind of the key in getting this really going because of two different groups of people working together on that.
Yes, I think it's by the Veterans Memorial ignited those Asian Pacific family, they want really to something.
Together, they want to do something.
Yes, right.
Because the Veterans Memorial, they went through the process already. So they
Right.
had a little idea of what it would
Right.
take, and the Pacific family, is that the one?
Pacific, Asian Pacific
Asian
family,
Pacific.
yes.
They actually went and worked together, and then you came on board, and this is something that you're really going to, ultimately, it's going to take a while though, right, to get it completed?
Yes, process is taking time, and actually, construction started. If everything goes okay, probably 3 months. But right now it's almost 2 years, something like that.
Wow.
We have preparation, design, everything. But I look at it the other way. It's taking time, but the process itself is a healing.
Right.
What they call healing garden is actually evidence is there. Is they are selling for the funding is a wristband, dollar piece, and several times meeting at prison is quite a few people wearing that.
So when you design gardens, you're doing a very specific structure in your mind and a form. Is this going to be different? Are you going to follow the same process for a Japanese or a healing garden in this situation?
Yes, we are building a Japanese garden, but it's nothing is the same. The garden, it's every garden is different because we are dealing with nature, and the Japanese garden is utilizing every element, including universe, you might say, is try to make with the elements, which is common sense, is the dirt, boulders, and the trees, waters, sound, light, dark, and twilight, morning sun, anything you can utilize to make the garden to effect to the inner sense of the human being. That's we call healing garden.
Well, you know, there you have it. If you've thought to yourself, wow, I would like to do something to help in this endeavor, we can tell you what you could do. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click over to their website. You can help them sponsor with some donations of money, and you can certainly keep a track on this process and see how it all ends up, because I suspect it is going to be something of great beauty. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for watching today, and we want to thank Smith Berry Barn for letting us hang out. And you know, throughout the whole month of August, we'll be having more recipes from them, so stay tuned.
And to find the one that you saw on the show today, you can always go to gardentime.tv.
William and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week here on Garden Time.
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.